Hello, what's going on out there in the void of space tonight? Let's have a little look to see who is in the chats of YouTube and Twitch. Let's have a little look now. Hello? Is anybody out there? Let's have a little look. Super. I see Shadow Number, Severs, Kim, Loki, Wingmaster, Alexander Greenbean, Ender Matrix, Ed, Garb, Uncle J, Indy, some names I can't pronounce, Jack, SJ, Wing, Jason, Jasper Benjamin, and in the Twitch chat I see Ada, I Am the Senate, Soachas, Spy, Cryptid Oxide, Rays, Roku, Wild Western Australia, Just Random, WSC, Nebulord, Blazing Dust, Xanthium, Alchema, Petter, Justin, Jasper, and many more. Dragon Razor, Peter, Hatton, Gaming Gaz, Causing Rivian. Super. So, let me say, right off the bat, we will not have any teasers today. Once again. I know you guys are definitely waiting for the news, right? And I want to clarify at the start of the stream, so those who are kind of like, is there going to be something today? The answer is sadly no. There's no news on the next update, other than I'm playing it, and it's getting better and better. I can say that I can see with my own eyes. It's and actually, I think I mentioned this in previous weeks. Even it's still the case. Is that it really does somehow keep getting better in terms of what's going to be there in it. So I'll get this, kind of get this right off the bat, I think. I know we get messages on our Discord, on social media, like when update when, update news when, and you know that I would like to tell you all the news as soon as I can. So just keep in mind that it's not yet the longest kind of gap in an update. The gap between Heavy Industry and Warfare 2 was actually still longer than we've currently experiencing the gap between updates here. So I know it feels like an eternity, but in terms of gaps between other updates, it's not the longest time. And Warfare 2 was a huge deal in terms of kind of overhauling the combat mechanics. And it took us some time to get that update ready. And I honestly, this update is, in terms of like complexity, is even greater, because we're talking about AI, and AI is not an easy thing. And also there's so many more things to check that it works in different situations and so on. So with that said, I don't want that doesn't also mean that you can expect like necessarily longer than it doesn't mean it's going to be necessarily much longer than the wait. I just want to kind of point out the fact that this update that we're working on is not an easy update, or not a straightforward update from our development side. So hopefully that kind of clears up a little bit, maybe, if you guys are still wondering about it. Just the fact that, yes, like, it has been some time now. It's not been the longest time, but this update is definitely going to be a big deal in terms of how you play the game and what you're able to do with your creations. And yeah, so that's hopefully just something to kind of put your worries to rest a little bit. Anyway, but I'm here to answer questions as always, and I can maybe even more clarify some points about that update. But we're also going to jump into the server and check out some cool stuff that you guys have been building in the recent weeks. Let me just check here. Super. I think let's see if the server's up yet. I know, not like this. I know. I want more details. What time? Hold on. Let me just see. But yes, the AI is going on well. Going on good. Ooh. You shouldn't be trying to set records. No, it's not about setting records, but I'm just pointing out the fact, Garp, that, you know, this hasn't been the longest gap. We're not trying to take more time than necessary, but we're trying to take the time that is necessary to ensure that this update is as good as it should be and as stable as it should be. So really, that's the main point to point out. Let's have a look. Hey Krieg, how you doing? Warfare 2 is worth the wait, so I'm guessing the next update will be like that too. Well, I hope so. I definitely hope come the update you guys will be also having that same feeling. Hey Mika, how you doing? I don't know why I don't... Wait, what? Would update my Battlestar playthrough anyway. Talking of Battlestar, they saw an amazing mod in the workshop. I haven't checked it out yet. It basically creates like flak walls, Battlestar Galactica style. I've really got to check that out. Like, you know, just like a whole flak field. There is definitely, obviously, it's an interesting time of year in general because we have, we're less than a month away as well from the 9th anniversary of the game coming out. Can you believe it? So, yeah, lots of kind of stuff coming up in general, I think. Oh, I should point that out. Someone asked about the open day. So, ooh. So some of you guys may know there was a fan meetup in recent weeks, but there's going to be an official open day at the Keen Software House offices and Good AI, and this will basically be in Prague again, and it's again open to everyone, and there'll be some presentations, and there'll be some obviously tours of the office. So I don't know if we have any mods here in the chat tonight, but hopefully we'll get a link for that. So definitely if you're interested in coming to the office on October 22nd, which actually happens to be the day before the anniversary of Space Engineers, you are welcome, and we'd love to see you there. Let me see. I'll see if I can get this. And obviously, this is an official event. And I don't know. It's definitely good for people who live in Czech Republic because it's not so far to go. But I don't know. Let me just see here. Keen Soft. Oh, how do I get this? Ah, thank you, Rivian. Beat me to it. So if you're interested in meeting some of our developers and seeing where we work, both Keen and Good AI, you can check out that link in the chat there, and be sure to, I think it's send an email if you want to come to that. And yeah, so that's one bit of news or reminders to put out there. Okay, let me. And probably, if there's a decent sized group of people, I'll probably also try and organize some, some hangout afterwards, kind of after party or something. Because I always love, hanging out with other engineers out there. So let me just see if we're getting a server put up here. I'll just see. Hold on. Okay, it's not up quite yet. Well, while we're waiting for the server, let me go through some Q&A, focus Q&A to start you off. But also just going back to the teaser thing, just a reminder, guys, I'll say it anyway, but in general, if there's going to be a teaser in one of these streams, I will put it in the title. I'll have something like Devs Lost in Space, something, and then like next update preview or teaser or something, so you guys will know straight off the bat in your notification feeds that I'll be showing something. So hopefully that will prevent you from missing anything in the future. 9 years, right? 9 years, Wild Western. It's a crazy one. Okay, let's see as well. Also, I have obviously had some messages about the Zebun build-off, which concluded a while ago now. And all the entries are ready and there. And I believe, finally, I have some time. So I think tomorrow night, I will be starting at least some of the showcase of those builds, and we'll be going through them. And a reminder that we have around 20 entries, and I will be going through all of them on my channel over on Twitch. And then basically once the top 4 or 5 have been selected, I will show the top 4 or 5 on the stream here, and then we can do the winner there. So again, keep an eye out over on Twitch if you want to see every single one of the ship showcases for that build off. I've been looking forward to it. It's just I've needed time because it's a big ship. It's going to take a while. It's not even going to be one stream, I think, because it's going to take a while to go through them to make sure it's not like a fighter build off. It's really like a huge ship, and it's going to be quite a while there. So just in case, hold on, yep. So if you there's my channel, and if you want to see all of them, check it out. Keep an eye out for the notification. I do other streams as well on there, so be warned. But you should get a notification if it's going to be Space Engineers, and I'll try and put it in the title again if we're going to do the showcases. So that's a little update on the ship, the Zebun battlecruiser build-offs. That's the main news, I think, today. Because I know we're all waiting, aren't we? I'm waiting for the news on the update too. All right, hot tub streams, possibly. I cannot confirm or deny if there is hot tub stream. Hey Stacks, how you doing? So I'm looking for any questions, chat. If you have any questions for me, any general questions, please do put in brackets question. That will help me to find where them questions are, spot the questions. Oh, that's a good point, Uncle. Because I'm basically doing the build-off based on kind of like the aesthetics and the interior design. But it'd be interesting if we were to do somehow like a battle between the different versions of it. Savable character outfits when or make filming different characters are so much... Hold on. That's weird, Green. You're talking about the skins, right? When you have like the replay tool, it saves the skins. It should do that already, because I use it in the trailer. I use it in trailers, so it should already save skins of different engineers. Like you spawn a new character, you go to the med bay, you hit save. Last time I checked, you can save your character skins of the different recording engineers. So if it's not working, that's kind of strange. I guess I'll find it. I'll figure it. I'll notice it soon, shall I say? Maybe something changed. Sorry, I need to ask. I only see people building ships. Where are the servers feeling a little less than, say, a year ago? Well, hold on a minute. Where are the servers feel a little less than, say, a year ago? But do you mean... Sorry, I'm trying to understand. Are you saying that there's not as many servers to play on, if you find? Is that what you mean? That's a good point, Indy. I should ask if I can tell you the answer to your question. Maybe TM. No, I can't say exactly. But I want to say it's not it's planned to be not that far away, right? Like we really are still. It's not like we're doing a lot of testing and polish. I'll say like that. Like we're doing a lot of testing and polishing, but because of the nature of the update, the testing required for it is a lot more extensive than other updates. So I know that hopefully that says something there, you know. So I don't know if that explains it a little bit. Hold on a second. Oh, to play on. Yeah, that's weird. I haven't personally noticed. There should be many. Sorry, there should be still many servers to play on, Butch. What kind of servers are you looking for? Are you looking for like a survival servers? Let's have a look. Spotlight turret being better exposed and identifiable from normal turrets. Sorry, what do you mean, Krieg? Being better exposed. Are you talking from the modding point of view, right? Is that what you mean? Like better exposed in the mod API? Are you being in the actual model itself somehow stick? I think you, if I'm knowing Krieg, you're probably talking about maybe the actual modding behind it, right? Tell us everything you know. Pushes. Yes, the threats. In the API, I thought so. That's weird. I don't know. I mean, it is like the Spotlight turret is very similar to turrets. So I don't know. I honestly don't know how it looks like in the code. But that's an interesting point. That's an interesting point. And have you tried asking? I don't know. I'm trying to think if you're in. I can't remember now. Seems weird. It seems like it could be easy just to change the name, right, of it, at least so it's more visible to find. And I don't know how in terms of being exposed, I'm not sure how that's looking like. I'm feeling much better. Yeah, Triplicate. You probably remember the last stream we did, I was under the weather. Still, I had been, and I was just kind of on the tail end of recovering there. I know I asked that months ago, but I wanted to do a checkup. Has the team said anything about the sounds update and such? Oh, you're talking. Oh, Bot, were you asking about the adding more sounds, like UI sounds and stuff? I'm just trying to remember. I get quite a lot of questions, so I need to remember exactly what you mean by the sound update. Sorry. Hey, I managed to catch you this time. Being in the hospital, diagnosed with cancer. Missed the live stream. Hope you're well. Frickers, I'm very sorry to hear that. That's really hard. I'm so sorry. I hope that I hope that it's something that you managed to caught early. I hope you will be on the road to recovery soon. Sending love from myself and the team to you. That's yes, that's not easy at all. So definitely my best wishes to you on that, and speed recovery. In fact, let's get some love in the chat. Let's get some loves in the chat for both YouTube and Twitch for Frixros here. That would be awesome. Sending some love to the community. Sending some love from the community to you. Let's have a look. Awesome, guys. You guys are legends. That's it. Look at all that love in the chat. We'll be, yeah. Awesome. Amazing. The best community. Let's have a look. Feeling, yeah, I am. Yeah, I'm doing much better. I think. Are we ever going to be able to use remote drones to locate ore using an ore detector? Oh. That's a clever... So you're talking about using like AI drones to locate ore for you using an ore detector. That's a really interesting use case, Fox. And I'm not sure if that's actually possible. Because, you know, we're talking about obviously working on this Grid AI update. And I know roughly what is going to be possible. But of course, the community always finds creative ways to do things. So I'm not sure, I'm not sure if that will be possible like easily. Or secondly, I'm not sure if that's something that, you know, can be kind of done through more creative means. But that would be, if it's possible, that would be amazing. Jan saying that's already been possible for years, apparently, to be able to do that. Well, there you go. You can already do that right now, says Falakion. So, of course, we already have some kinds of drones in the game, right? You're welcome, Fricks. All the best to you. Anytime. How long have you been at Keen? Well, just the last stream, Pineapples. It's been a long time. I literally just a couple weeks ago passed my 7-year anniversary. So, like I say, I would go into what have you like. I won't say like 7 years, but I kind of want to ask you guys like, what has happened in your life since Space Engineers came out? You know what I mean? Because I always have this conversation. I know people in the community. I've known people for like pretty much the entirety of the game's development as well. Like people, friends and players in the community. And I always find it so interesting when someone says like, oh, hey, Zoc, I've been watching you for years or something. And then saying like, oh, when I was watching you, I was still in high school. And now I'm married and have like 2 kids. And I'm like, what? Like in that time, they were like left high school, went to college, graduated, you know, met someone, got married, had kids even. It's honestly wild. Like, and we're still here, still playing Space Engineers, right? I hope we're still playing Space Engineers in 7 or in 9 more years. There you go. Ewan said had second kids, got divorced, got promoted to CTO. Lamika, got my first girlfriend, got my first car, got my license, almost finished school. Yeah, I became an adult. Yeah. There you go. Oh, I'm just reading some of them. Thank you for sharing your stories, guys. I can see just kind of reading over the chat here. There's a lot of yeah, a lot's happened. Graduated twice. Amazing. All right, let's bring up the game here a second. I am in the game, and in my AFK-ness, I have been trapped in a wooden box once again. I think I remember this scene from Toy Story 2. There you go. I was playing Space Engineers from the start. My daughter was born just after I started playing. When I think about, I feel like you guys have had a lot more happen. Like I have had some things happen, but it's funny in general. Like, still here, still working, playing, streaming Space Engineers. No, I have moved. I moved once since I joined the company. Like moved flats, for example. No kids yet, though. My 9-month-old love, when I start the game, when he hears the music, he immediately looks at the TV and smiles and crawls over and sits into the lab ready to build stuff. That's awesome. That's awesome, Burke. That's amazing. Wow. Hair's getting grey. Oh, I don't... Yeah, I know. Yeah, my hair's definitely thinner since I started the company. Yeah. Anyway, let me see here. Once I escape from this trap. If you... Hey, Loopy Lee, welcome. Right, I've been freed. So this is an interesting planet here. What is this planet? Hold on, let me zoom out here. Is this... Hold on. No, what is this planet? I thought it... I was wondering it to start... I think I know... Isn't this the one that Roni likes? Looks very cool, though. Oh, yeah, we got a water mod. I just realised. Oh, no. No, no, no. I know what this is. This is banned. Wait, it actually just broke, actually. But I know what that thing is, and it's cursed. Hey, Garis. Yeah, I think we had it on the last game as well, on the last server as well. You guys can join then, yeah. It's, we only got 3 slots open right now. Oh, it's a big submarine. Virginia class. Is this 1-to-1? Damn. Yo, this is massive. That device, I'm not sure if I want to know what it does. I can tell roughly from the shenanigans that's built into it. Swarm's asking. Oh yeah, so Jack, so welcome some of you guys joining us tonight. Blade, Darko. There you go, graduate. There's another one, Darko. Graduated, started business, married, got son and daughter, still playing Space Engineers. Love it. We love to see it. Yeah. So for some of the later joiners here, mainly said we don't have any teasers today. I know it's almost like I'm saying this, but update. Still a lot of work going on, polishing, making sure that it's going to be stable. So I know I'm how to word it. Like I kind of feel your guys' pain with waiting for the next update. I know. Okay, here. Let's go. Oh, let's go down here. Hey, John, welcome. Kanayashi, how you doing? Wow, where are we? Okay, we're in the submarine somewhere. Hello. Patience is key. Luckily, there is still there's always a fair bit to be done as Space Engineers. That's the thing. Now, I know some people, I mean, it depends on probably how many hours you play, but in general, if anything, these showcases prove me that there's always, especially when it comes to creating stuff, there's still so much that has never been done before in the game, be it actual creations, be it scenarios. And this, I mean, I'm talking purely here about community-based content, right? And then there's the mods, and there's obviously, I haven't checked out the recent mods, but there's always so many every day being posted, being updated here. Whose is this sub then? Is this yours? Is this your... No, this is Climbs there. Is that sub named subscribe? I don't know. It's got very long corridors though. Very light as well here. Okay. If you have more questions, guys, please do keep asking them. It's just very hard for me to... It gets hard for me to notice them. So if you have questions, just put question in brackets at the start of your chat message, so it will help me spot it here. I'm looking here. Yeah. Climb, is there a scenario you'd like us to do today? You got anything cool on your mind? Is it any requirement to send my ship to is it? No, I mean, ideally, Dante, you join the server and paste it in yourself, ideally. Will the update be aimed to release ahead of the open day? It's a clever way of asking when it's releasing, Rivian. I can't say, sir. Any leaks? No leaks today, Andrew. Yeah, I know. I've talked about the update in general and how work on it's going, but no leaks. It's a secretive update. Wow, look at this thing. This is super cool. Wow. Wow. This looks pretty cool, actually. It's got, oh, I thought it, oh, you know, it has got, so you can actually land on the top deck here. See how we get in here. Open the doors. Open the bay doors. Oh, maybe here I can control the doors. No, that's not, okay. Okay. Ah, there we go. Yo, that's cool. Yeah, I like that. It's a nice looking hangar, isn't it? Very nice. All hail Clang, but not with a K. That's heresy right there. I thought we got, guys, I thought that we had been over this. I thought we decided that it's Clang with a C. Who made this? Oh, it's very hard. Let me have a look. Can I use my welder to spot the owner of this? Let's have a look. Yeah, Joshin52, and this amazing kind of, it looks like an airship, doesn't it? Oh, I missed the question. You know, there was the question about the sound update. Sorry, there was one, I missed the follow-up response about what they were talking about when it came to the song update. It's very nice, isn't it? Alex, all I can say is that obviously you may know that we are working on the next version of Vrage, and obviously this is we want this to have cutting edge features, you know, the kind of thing that's never really been done before, that kind of thing. So we obviously did a stream about volumetric water not that long ago, and of course we'll be planning more of these Vrage engine streams at some point as well, when we have something major to share with you guys. And I'll tell you that this water that the guys are researching, it's so much better than when we last showcased it, right? You know, we had those kind of cool kind of 2D simulations. Man, like the recent simulations I've seen are like, yeah, it's on like another level now. It's really, really, really cool. They are internal thrusters then, okay. But I have to admit, this engine room's kind of cool though. I mean, I know like not everyone's a fan of internal thrusters, but I kind of like this open like they could be not thrusters, they could be like, if you didn't know there were thrusters and this was just some sci-fi build, you could think they were like shield generators or something. You know what I mean? Or power generators. I'm getting kind of like Star Wars. Anyone else see that? Is it just me? I missed the drop on this song. So, asking about PvE encounters. So right now, the focus is on grid AI, but you guys may remember that we've also, one of the focuses that we want to look into and do more of, kind of in the future, is survival, exploration, encounters. So while it's not a priority right now, it is an area of the game that we want to improve. So obviously it's kind of still all hands on deck with the grid AI, but kind of rest assured that, yeah, like encounters and exploration, these are all things that the team also would like to really look at some point and improve. So I know that's very vague right now, but again, for some of you guys, of course, who watch these streams whenever they're on, you probably think I'm repeating myself a lot. But it's also the point that not everyone watches these streams or every single one stream. So obviously sometimes some people are hearing these responses for the first time, right? Oh, here's the cockpit, I think. Yes, I made it to the bridge. There it is. Okay, I'm flying this thing. Yeah. This is why I always need, or then rely on the community to spread the word. You know, go forth from here and spread what has been said. The subgrid. I don't know if I've checked out this subgrid projection welding mod. And this is another one of those long-term quality of life things that's been asked about for years. For as long as projectors have been a thing, it's been asked about. I still don't know if us, even though there is a tool, actually I need to check out probably. I'm still not 100% sure on our like most recent kind of our take on it, because of course we have discussed it, but again it was in terms of doing it in the right way, or in a way that was going to be to avoid the edge cases and stuff. Like it hasn't. That's part of the reason why it hasn't been done before, because of course it would be a really nice thing to be able to have that. I think it's really cool, actually, isn't it? It's, like, again, this is like a totally unique design here. Never seen before. It's got that kind of blimp airship vibe from the bottom here. Like, right, a big inflated thing, and you've got the kind of cockpit underneath. But then on top, you've got like these hangars and this landing deck on top of it. So it's a really cool designed ship here, for sure. It's like a mobile base. Well, it's a ship. But it looks like it can do a lot of things in here. That's what's oh wow, this is cool. Cool looking fighter there. Look at that. Do you believe that Keen will do a okay, so you're basically asking, will there be a Warfare 3 update? Well, gotta be careful here. Not to... the main thing is we still have a lot of ideas for combat and space engineers. And you know you guys have a lot of ideas too. Nothing is in the works, because I've already kind of gone over what our kind of short-term focuses are. But I think there is a good chance that we could see more combat-related stuff in the future. It's not a promise, but just in general, there's so much more that can be done there. But again, we're always trying to balance. I'm kind of balance what we add to the game, because until the Warfare updates, the biggest thing that the community, not the only thing, right, but the majority, the biggest thing was better combat, more weapons, all the rest of it. So that's what we did. You know, we focused a good amount of resources on doing these Warfare changes, right? And of course, there's so much more that could be done. We see glorious modders with their glorious mods show what's possible in Space Engineers. But then after the Warfare updates, people still want more stuff in the combat sense, but also the other elements requests start becoming more greater, right? So, you know, there's more questions like, okay, the classic thing was, okay, we've got some cool guns now, but we need things to shoot at, right? That was one of the big, like, almost like immediately as soon as the update came out, it's like, okay, that's great, Keen, but what can we shoot at, right? And obviously there are things you can shoot at, but people want like more things to shoot at, and people want more kind of movement, or kind of, that makes, yeah, movement in the game. Hold on, I'm having some issues. What's going on here? PC is dying is what's happening. Give me a second, guys. So sometimes these servers absolutely cripple my my system here. I've gone blank. What was I saying? I was sorry, I just got distracted by that. Oh yeah, so the stronger voices were suddenly, okay, we want like AI, we want better survival and stuff like that. So that's the big thing there, right? That, of course, there can be a lot more combat, but not everyone's into combat. Some people hate combat. Some people will play in like peaceful mode. They like, we just want to engineer, we want to just have a nice time building stuff. So it's trying to balance it. We don't want all the updates to be combat. We don't want all the updates to be, well, you know what I mean? We don't want to have anything, too much of anything, like at once. We want to somehow go through the different requests and the biggest wants in the community, and the things that we want to approve, kind of in phases. I'm doing a lot of, am I making sense? I feel like I'm kind of jumbling my words up here. What is going on? Climb, we might need a server restart, man. Is it just me? I can't tell. The server's fine, but I think there's just too, what is this weird actually? Because my music stopped playing here, because it's like my PC is being overwhelmed here. Well, yeah, I mean, Space Engineers has huge potential in terms of the things that you can, I'm just curious here. If I exit the game, will that fix it? Probably. More better weather. There you go. Balance of content mechanics is great. Ah, yes. Kevis reminded me, and I saw CSF. So, I am going to TwitchCon San Diego next week. It's on. It's happening. Haven't booked everything yet, but I've booked enough. I've booked my flights. So, just a small thing. I'm not sure if anyone... I see one name in Twitch chat. CSFRS is going to San Diego TwitchCon. If it is, I don't know if anyone else out there is going, but if you are going, I will be streaming probably from TwitchCon. And in general, I would love to say hi to you. So if you're going there and you see me or would like to find me, let me know somehow. Because yeah, it would be... I never know, like... I tend to meet the most kind of Space Engineers players at something like Gamescom, more so than TwitchCon. But I always run into at least a handful at these events. So yeah, let me know. Let me know. You reminded me. That was the other kind of small, mini announcement thing. Okay, let me try rejoining, because for some reason the shenanigans going on that server was absolutely destroying me. Okay, sure. Wait, I'm checking. Are you sending a DM? Not yet. Oh, I see it now. Super, super, super. That's so good. I'm not sure. I'll message you about that. That's great news. That's super, super stuff, man. That's awesome. Okay. Oh yeah, I will get back to you in a bit. I will probably just... I'll finish when we finish the stream here. But that's awesome. Thank you for letting me know. And it was very last minute. Like, I booked my flights yesterday. I wasn't sure. I was like 50-50 or even, I don't know, even for like 30-70 probably. And I was like, okay, YOLO or something like that. So yeah, it was, I still haven't booked that much. I still got to figure out a lot of stuff with it. I'm still a bit on edge about it. I didn't even have, yeah, it's been crazy, but how many times was, hey, oh no, delete that. Hold on a second here, guys. Okay, did that do that? Okay, good. Right, I'll try to join the server again here. It was okay in the end, Kevis. I think we might need to reboot Climb because I think people can't join. I think there was it was causing my PC problems when I was on it there. Would Keen ever wish to make a multi-planet story-driven scenario similar to one like Frostbite multi-planet interactions? How to word this? I want to ask you guys something. Like, we love doing Frostbite. It was so cool to do some story because, as you guys know, in Space Engineers we don't have like a ton of storytelling, right? We have Frostbite, we have some of the other scenarios, but in general the lore is very loose because it's mainly up to you guys to tell your own stories. So, what do I want to say? Yeah, but at the same time, at Keen, we have a lot of people who are really into it, and we love doing that stuff. So, I guess my question is still to you guys is, how to word this? I'll tell you what I'm thinking, what's going through my head right now, is that a lot of people don't prefer us to create the tools. And by the tools, I mean, what's happening here? I don't know what's going on, Climb. Okay, I'm going to delete everything in the server, see if that helps. Because I'm having some issues here. Sorry, guys, I'm deleting... Oh, no, not the spawn. Deleting everything but the spawn. I don't think there's even that much. Let me just see here. Does that help? Yeah, maybe. It's weird. Okay, I have another idea. Let's do... sorry. Did that even work? Okay, that's a little bit sus, actually. Let me... That's weird. Is anyone else having issues with the game? In terms of like... Because for me, I think... What has changed? What has changed since the last stream that's causing my PC to like overload? It's weird. Let me just check my... I think it was like the CPU usage was like through the roof here. Or was it my was I throttling? Could I be thermal throttling a little bit? Then let me try... Okay, let me try turning up the... Anyway. Where was I on my answers? Oh, stories. Yes. Yeah, that was it. Stories. So I guess my question is, guys, I was saying how we like to create the tools, and lots of people do that. At the same time, people do want to have campaigns and missions. So let me say this. Out of 10... You need to be think carefully here. How much would you want there to be more storytelling in Space Engineers? Now, you might think, oh, 10. But obviously, these things would come at the cost of resources for our features. So if you think, like, I'm happy with the features, give us more stories, 10 out of 10. If you're like, nah, we don't want any stories, get out of here with your stories. We just want more features, more mechanics, more blocks. 1 out of 10. See what I mean? That's my question. So, like, somehow, give me, like, a vibe. Like, how much would you like to see keen storytelling? Like, missions like Frostbite. I'm really curious here. Because, again, we like doing it, but even I'm torn about even I'm torn about it just from that fact that, like, it's hard because with the resources spent doing it, we sometimes, you know, maybe miss out on some other mechanics or stuff, right? Split, 10, 4, 3. It's very, very diverse numbers here. Just a quick vibe check, right? I'm getting all numbers across the... I'm getting 1s, I'm getting 10s, I'm getting 5s, and everything in between there. Zero. It's not that kind of game for me. Leave stories to the players to create. Mika says though, but like random encounters that tell a story, because there's current survival. So yeah, because you want more kind of story in SC. Okay, it's better now, Climb. I think I turned up my fans. I think I was thermal throttling, actually, honestly. Seems like I was thermal throttling here, so everything's good now. Everything's silky smooth. That's crazy. I think I was seriously throttling on my system there. Don't know why. Maybe it needs clean the fan or something. I tell you what it is. It's my water cooling of the CPU seems to be getting less and less effective. It tends to, like, as like the thermal paste can dry and stuff, right? So I don't know, but it wasn't a problem at all like a couple of years ago. Like now I'm noticing, like I just opened my thing and my CPU hit 90 degrees about 10 minutes ago. I had 4 cores. It was 90 degrees, 87. It was 96 degrees on one core. That will probably do it, wouldn't it? But on average, it's around this still like 90 degrees. Yeah, 96 is not good. That's not good at all. And that would explain the problems I was having. That space engineers hungry for the physics, you know. Anyway. Personally, 3 out of 10 at my own stories videos, and any campaign you guys make would just be set on one of my videos for me to take you a bunch of resources to you to make. Well, the only good thing about us doing the storytelling and making scenarios and campaign and stuff is that we often add a lot of new features. We often add a lot of new features for those scenarios, which can actually then benefit the general game or other people's scenarios. Like, for example, Frostbite. With Frostbite, we actually went ahead and allowed visual scripting tool to run on to Climb will remember. It was visual scripting tool either for multiplayer in general, like hosted games, and it may have been we had visual scripting for dedicated servers, which is a big deal because until that point, you could only visual scripting on single player worlds. So, for example, because we wanted Frostbite to be a co-op scenario, we ended up doing that, and now scenarios out there can actually have multiplayer scripting, right? So it's not also just like all resources on the story and the maps and the stuff around the mission itself. It can actually be things that assist in the storytelling can actually also be good for the game itself, right? Let's see here. Yeah, my AIO could be dying. It's not good because it's fine now. It's totally fine now. I basically ramped the fans up to like max, and now it's okay. Okay, then what we got here? Just some random. We got like a little go-kart track here. I would love to try this. There's a picture of me on the top. I don't know what that's about. Oh, it's the cup, isn't it? It's the golden cup. So let's have a go then here. Let's have a go at these speeders, whatever they are. The way Keen could go about a story is random encounters with small contained snippets for players to stumble on. Nothing too dedicated, but fun to seek out. Yeah, so would you guys prefer if the story wasn't in like a campaign, but was like a part of the survival experience then? In the encounters, would that be a better way of doing it? I don't know what these things are. Let's have a look here. Okay. Seems interesting. Oh, it's of like a... Okay, this is something else. So you point forward. This is like a very slow race here. It's like a Frogger or something. Okay, well, all right. Everyone get your little jumpers here. And we'll do a race on this. It's going to be a very slow pace race, but... Who will claim glory? Encounters, yes. Well, 10 out of 10, yes. 5 encounters and 8 out of 9 out of 20. Awesome. Okay, so the reception to having storytelling in the encounters is way higher than, on average, is way higher than like a campaign, right? That's the thing. Campaign style story was more like mixed reception. It seems that nearly everyone can get behind that. I think especially if the lore isn't too heavy, if it doesn't have like, there isn't anything too crazy with the lore. Okay, I'm ready. We all ready? Jumpers ready? Go, go, go. It says go, right? Open the gate. You gotta basically tip it. It's actually very hard. I don't feel too moving. Oh, I see. You gotta drag up. You see, you gotta jump, right? Jump and then drag up, kind of. I feel like, although it feels like I'm not moving. All right, go, go, go. But you can't spam too quickly, it seems. Some people have got their way better. Am I stuck? I'm not moving any. I'm going backwards. There we go. Okay, you have to wait. You have to be patient, I think. Get the angle right. Okay, I'm moving somewhere. There's no way I'm catching up, though. Slowly but surely. Well, this is something else. Who's in the lead? Trippy's in the lead. It's the most exhilarating race I'm sure you guys ever watched here. Sometimes it's weird. Sometimes it doesn't seem to jump at all. You know? I was making good progress, and then I'm like, not really doing anything. You got to get the rhythm right here. I'm nearly in last place. Imagine people join the stream now who don't know Space Engineers, and they're like, what is this game? This is one of those examples where you join the game and you're like, you probably wouldn't expect this was called Space Engineers, would you? Or maybe you would. You can run, of course, yeah. It's an engineering race here. It'd be kind of cool if you had to build your own. Yeah, you got to get a rim to, because look at me, look at this. Someone's burning. I mean, what? I think I'll watch here so we can see what's going on. There's like a fire pit over here. Who's this? Yeah, Indy's in the lead here. Whoa. Okay, so there's some actually different. So you've got like some different kind of just doing front flips help. So you have like some obstacles here which you have to jump over. Then you have a burning ramp. Then you have some kind of tire crusher things. Alright, Indy's on the last stretch now. Yeah, that's the speed. Who will take home the golden cup of Frogger? Yeah, look at Indy go. Like, have they modified something? Because I couldn't jump that quick. They're just leaning forward and just spamming up and down, up and down. Well, with mine, I had to wait for it to reload. I feel like Indy modified their Frogger or something, or I just didn't understand it properly. Come on, you got this, Indy. Last obstacle. Oh no, he's been kicked off. He somehow ended up in the hazard zone. Can he get back into the arena there? Okay, I'll wait at the ending here. Anyway, let's see. Every new update, more lore of new encounters, so you know which to go to and which to avoid. Yeah, like I said earlier, I think you guys can kind of, as I already mentioned, we want to really improve exploration encounters at some point, because that I think, see, rolling is a quicker method, and Green Bean has won somehow in the nick of time there. You guys try rolling, just try rolling. That's it. Yeah, rolling works. We have who's going to be our third podium winner here? Just hold down arrow? Okay, just hold down arrow. Try doing that. I can hear some fun music playing here. I miss Pink getting eaten. That's typical. I look down, don't I? Clang moment. Hold on. That's loud. I'm definitely on for more exploration. This game needs it desperately. It's interesting stuff, guys. Interesting stuff. Oh, man. In a way, you know, how to word it? Like, sometimes I get like these things like, imagine if I could just say, we're going to do this. Because obviously, when it comes to planning updates, we do discuss things quite a lot internally. But I almost want to say that, like, it's, where am I going with this? I think it can be difficult quite often to know what to do next in terms of development, because as you guys probably know, there is so many things that we could do. with this game, you could, it's probably say the same for a lot of games, but this game especially, I still think the potential is so massive, and I myself have so many ideas and a huge wish list. So I don't know where I'm going with this. I just read a comment and got me thinking. I wanted to ask you guys something and I forgot. Okay, let's ask this then. If... Oh my goodness, there's an Elmo with a gun over there. No. Okay, here we go. If there was this one word only in the chat to what you think Space Engineers needs most, that could be like an actual feature, or it could just be something generic as life or something. So one word only allowed. What do you feel like is in your mind, maybe not the only thing, but it's the biggest thing to you that you feel like this game needs? Because I saw obviously exploration, story. Let's have a look. If there's any kind of trends.
What's going on out there in the void of space?
Hearing myself here. Okay, hold on. We're out of music. Okay. Okay, Climb's got one word here. It'd be really cool if... I said you did that, Climb. Goals. I thought I read goats for a minute there. Goats, missions, endgame, progression, AI. I'm just going to read that. So I'm just going to, off the top of my head, just going to read some of these things off the top of my thing here, top of my tongue. Let's go through them. You guys can see what you think. These are all one word for areas of the game that you feel the game desperately needs. PvE, tools, variety, sniper, dynamics. That's 4 words, Mika. Band, shields, PvE, encounters, point, variety, shields, exploration, food, exploration, survival, tech, purpose, goals, water, reasons, exploration, population, survival, AI. In YouTube, we got direction, exploration, alive, quest, story, survival, planets, survival, wildlife, immersion, survival, story, NPCs, underground, stability, goals, AI, lemons, campaigns, mission, endgame, progression, AI, goals, alive, exploration, survival, goals, immersion, NPCs, objective, alive, immersion, goals, survival. Where was I've lost track. I was getting through them there. I was getting through them all. They were good. Because I was actually kind of in my resources, quest, cowbells, programming, engine, story, food, PvE, survival, stability, direction, science, PvE, creativity, armor, quest, context, AI, hamburger, atmosphere, farming, goals, shields, completedness. Okay, goals, reasons. So I think just from that like short blurt of ideas, it seems to me, would you go, I still feel like the majority, or sorry, not majority, the largest thing in that was kind of like survival / encounters / exploration / goals / endgame, because they're kind of connected in the sense that a better survival experience would or could or should contain more of a lot of those other things. See what I mean? Can you guys see where I'm going with this? And also, I think AI can also play part of that, and in terms of making the world feel more dynamic and stuff, having a grid like AI and stuff. So that's why, if anything, that kind of one-word poll there has given me confidence, or given me reassurance that in fact we are on the right track in terms of being aligned with what the biggest kind of wants of players. Like I told you, like, we're obviously doing Grid AI right now, but the other, like, there's a couple. There is more than one big area, but one of the kind of next big areas we want to look at is encounters, exploration, that side of things. So see what I mean? So that's why I'm definitely feeling like it wasn't everyone's most wanted thing, but in general, I'm definitely feeling that things are going to be shaping up quite well. Okay. And I of course realize that not everyone's into survival as well, right? So even if we did something like that, I hope that some of these features would also benefit the creative crowd as well. But I don't have the stats. I was talking about the other stream. In terms of numbers, remind me to get those stats for next time, because I think you guys will find it interesting. I'm pretty sure the biggest player group that we have is single player survival, and that's a fact. And I think after that, it's multiplayer survival. It's something like, it's something crazy, like, 60% of the players spend their time in survival, solo survival, single player survival. I think it's for sure the biggest player group. So of course we still want to make the game as open as possible, give players the tools to build stuff, and that's why in all the updates we try to have something for everyone. Even in those, would you guys agree that even in the warfare updates there was some still really cool either building blocks for more creative based players, and maybe even some mechanics? I can't think exactly off the top of my head because it was a lot of warfare mechanics, but in general I feel like we added some really nice be it decorative blocks or just blocks that weren't directly connected with warfare. And that's the main theme. Even though the updates may have a focus, we try to include stuff in them that can be used by anyone who doesn't necessarily appreciate or really enjoy the main focus of the update. Because that's what we're thinking, and it's a learning process. Like, I know plenty of people who still would like the balance of the updates to change a little bit, but I feel like it's got pretty good now, and in terms of where like the majority of people really are quite happy with how it is, I think. But you guys tell me. Okay. All right, guys. So, anyone want to watch a DVD? The only thing that would make this better would be if it actually, you know, went to each corner. You know, the classic DVD bouncing thing. That's got to be possible with some scripts. It's gotten really good. I approve of that statement, Zibble. What is it? You know, that's going to be, at least for me, and depending on your age, I guess, but when people start asking, what's a DVD? And we're like, oh man. The realization. Oh, it's doing it right now. Hold on, am I too far away? I spoke too soon. It is doing it. I was just not close enough for the sync. Yo. Touch the corner, touch the corner. Right, how long do you have to watch? Oh, this is actually a thing. A thing. This is a media player. Windows Media. This is Space Engineer Media Player here. And it's actually playing one of the music competition songs. That's super cool. I assume it's like it's not just visual. I'm assuming this actually works, right? Yo. That's hot. That's amazing. We're all gathered around for a DVD. Can we remove the PCU count from console block projections as we can't build them anyway? I think the thing is, John, is that there is still some processing in terms of processing projections. But you have a point, like compared to the blocks actually being there and functioning. Well, actually, I'm not sure. Hold on a minute. I remember hearing something crazy that at some point projections were almost as like the same as having a ship in the game, the ship finishing the game. But I don't know about that. But in theory, if it's just there projecting doing nothing, then you're right. You can think at least allow you to project stuff. Maybe you want to do some cool projection, right? I don't know. Yeah, if anyone's got a link to this DVD media player script, please do share it. Yeah, as Krieg says, that's what I thought. The projected blocks are still costing the system. That is for sure. The question is, you have a projected ship, you have the finished ship. How does the performance vary of the two? Is it like half? Is it the same? Is it like 10%? There's obviously some performance taken for everything, but I mean, a lot of people only have projections on unless they want to use them. As Tenable says, projections certainly seem to load our server if they're left on. Exactly, my thoughts exactly. Okay, so, fam. On that note, I think we're going to round it up today. I think we've covered a fair bit. Covered some questions. And, wow, look at this. Yo. I'm sorry we didn't check out all the builds. Once again, as always, there was more builds than we could possibly have time for. But this mansion is amazing. Whose is this? Let's have a little cheeky look. I knew it was. I didn't want to assume it was Roni, but I thought it was Roni. Roni, can you paste this stuff in tomorrow? We're going to be streaming a bunch of Space Engineers tomorrow night over on my Twitch. As included, we'll be looking through some of those Zeb battle cruisers. But when we do showcase, bring this back up because this looks crazy, like crazy detailed historic building here. Look at the brickwork. Look at this. The brickwork in the corners, man, this is legit. Also got some very nice warships above us here. Look at that. Oh, it's a warship with a massive crane. It's got like a whoa. What's it? Oh, it's not a warship. It's like a mining ship. Whose is this? Is this yours, Mika? Let's have a look. Is this yours, Mika? Wait. Yeah, Mika. This is awesome. Whoa. So I thought it was a warship, and it does have guns, but it's almost like it's a mining ship with some protection on it. This is super nice. I love the front design of this. This is why we do showcase, guys, because there's always stuff that I think... Here's a question. Do you find these... I don't know how to word this. I like to think that sometimes within the showcase, I love doing it because I love seeing what you guys have been creating, right? But I also like to think that it can be inspiring for other players who watch this. Maybe you're new to Space Engineers. Maybe you haven't built that much in the past. And through these showcases, I think we normally see quite a large diversity in the types of builds we get. And I think that many new players of Space Engineers who aren't maybe a part of the core community, maybe just they buy the game and they don't really follow it that much, they might not realize what can be done and what can be built in this game. So that's why I also really I'd like to think about these showcases that we do, is that if you are newer or maybe not newer, you see these and thinking, wow, I had no idea that you could do something like that, right? We did a lot of talking today. Well, we always do a lot. I always do a lot of rambling, but never enough showcase. Never enough showcase. That's why, like, I know even if I don't have any news on the update or teasers, I know that we can always come on these streams on the Thursdays and always look at some amazing builds, always address some questions you guys have, you know, talk about some ideas that you've also come up with. And I've also said before on these streams that I can tell you that changes to updates or development or basically conversations that we have had on these streams over the years, both these and more older the update streams, have actually then affected some things that we've done to the updates themselves. So it's really, and I know that we have developers, I don't know if we have it tonight, but in general we have our developers, they tune in and they watch these streams. And I know we have some, we're talking about food, for example. Sometimes we had a whole stream talking about should there be food in Space Engineers and what would it look like? And although it was all theoretical stuff, it's like that's an example where, oh wow, there were some really cool ideas brought up. So that's why these, I also like to thank you guys for coming to these streams and just brainstorming with us. Like, it's nothing certain, right? But it's really great to just bounce ideas off the community and, you know, get the vibe for what people are thinking about certain elements of the game and stuff, and of course do some showcasing. So I also have to really thank you guys for tuning into these streams, because it's always very interesting for me, and I know when our developers catch them as well, it's always good. Productive rambling, I hope so. I like to think so anyway. Okay, is that okay? Super. So on that note, thank you guys for coming today. Let's see, who do we have in the chat tonight? Let's do some shout outs. I won't be doing any streams tonight, but again, tomorrow night I'll be streaming over on Twitch, and we'll be doing, fingers crossed, looking at the first of those Zevon Battlecruiser build-off retrofit competitions, as well as more showcase, as well as probably tomorrow night is going to be probably some shenanigans on my stream. We'll see. I'm planning something kind of wild for tomorrow, I think. So we'll see how that goes. Other news that we had, I'll just again put that link there. There we go. Other news that we had today. We have the open day coming up, 22nd of October in Prague at our offices. So if you would like to kind of see where Space Engineers is made. Well, it's made all over the world now, but if in general you want to see the headquarters, and if you're in Prague, we'll have some presentations for both Space Engineers and also Good AI, and there'll be some developers there. We'll be able to talk to. So especially if you're in Prague or in the Czech Republic, it's I really recommend trying to make it out on that weekend. And if you come from further afield, that's great as well. So the link for that is also here. There we go. There's the link for that. There we are. And what else was there? I think we were quite light on the news front today. The only other thing is that I'll be at TwitchCon next week, San Diego. So if you're in the area, yeah, we'd love to meet you. So yeah, please do let me know if you're going. Right, and the shout outs, we've got Western Gamer, Private Greenbean, Axel Prater, John, Weston, Uncle Jay, Kanayashi, Frigsos. Sorry, so I don't get all these names right, I know. Pronunciation. Vodest, Samuel, Sergeant Random, Gex, AW, Stacks, Jim Fingers, Norman, Sergeant Random, Jeremy Garner, Liep, Sierra, STB, Vincent Gadwin, AW80, Diabloos, Jeff, Alex, Darko, Normand, Axel, Leon, Graham, Ozzy, Michael, Michal, Axel, Jim, Gadwin, Eki, Stormies, Axel, Dante, Lethal Owl, and in Twitch chat I see Alex, Claudius, Silent Moments, Arkaville, Chelik, Even Stars, Zimble, Krieg, Jerome, Ribster, SE Modder, Skewmorph, N7 Warlord, Broken Thumb, Esther Glor, Matamati, Roni, Space Ninja, Kuvat, Ewan, Tenable Target, Rivian, Lord Clang himself, Ribster, Nanoling, Jerome, Blazing, Cheetah McLurk, Greenbean, Autumn, Tommaso, Fiero, Firepants, Bot, DeRogue, Phantom, Sussy Profile, Spaceman, John, Peter. Woo! I think I got them all there. And many more people that I may have missed. So thank you guys so much for hanging out today and for really, having good convos and talking about some cool stuff that really helps me to actually get a feel for the community. And in general, after talking about what you guys feel like the game needs most, I am feeling pretty happy about where we're headed in terms of what we're planning and looking at, right? So there's that. I won't be streaming. That's a good point. I won't be streaming here next Thursday because I will be in the US at TwitchCon. So there will not be a Devs Lost in Space stream next week, but I will be streaming a lot at TwitchCon, and again, all of that will be over on my Twitch in general. So that was the only other thing I could think of. But until next time, let's see. That's all for now. If you're interested in the community, check out the Keen Software House Discord, discord.gg/KeenSWH. If you're not a part of that already, great place to find other engineers, find servers to play on, modders, get modding help. Everything you could possibly want, you can find on the Keen Software House Discord. Also, if you have bugs or suggestions or any issues, keep using that support site. That really helps us as well. You'll see that every update we have, we always fix a bunch of updates, a bunch of issues, thanks to what you guys reported on that support site. So keep up the great work that you guys are doing to help us as well. But that's it. Until next time. I hope you'll all have a joyful cry when you finally get your hands on the Grid AI.
Gone.